Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 BMW X3 M Competition. This one is finished off in Alpine White and the MSRP is just over $88,000. We have a lot to go over for this smaller size SUV that also has a lot of performance to it. So let's start off with what this is powered by. This is the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder twin power turbo. This is paired to an 8-speed automatic and it pumps out 503 horsepower, 457 pound-feet of torque. Sent through that xDrive all-wheel drive system, this 4,600-pound SUV can do 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds with a top speed of 170 miles an hour. As far as MPG goes, you're looking right around 15 miles per gallon in the city and 20 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you will notice that this has a lot of gloss black accents up front, and it does have a much different front bumper than a regular X3. So there's a lot of cutouts in the lower section to provide additional cooling. There's even cutouts in the upper grille. This has a forward-facing camera with all of the sensors, and then LED headlights, DRLs, and turn signals. I think all the gloss black is a must. It just gives a little bit more of an aggressive front-end design. Now, as we work our way to the side, this has the 21-inch wheels with the 5-spoke, double-spoke design there, with the two-tone design, and then the M Sport brakes are finished off in blue. This has power-folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal, and you'll notice more gloss black surrounding everything. Full moonroof up top as well, and then some nice lines that run down the side. Now, this is not the smallest SUV from BMW, but it is on that smaller spectrum. But with all of the proportions and lines, I think it looks very nice. There's also more lines for this integrated spoiler. Third brake light with the backup camera. LED taillights have the dark housing to them. This has a backup camera with all the sensors, and then more gloss black for that diffuser with that quad tip dual exhaust. We can take a listen to it because this does have remote start. And when you triple tap on that lock button, that is how you can bring it to life. You can also shut it off, and you can use the key fob or that button to open up the power liftgate. Now, this still has plenty of space in the back. There's even a spare tire for this model, so that's underneath the floor. And you can fold the seats down to give yourself that much more interior space. So for its size, I would say it's very practical. This can even tow right around 4,400 pounds when you have that hitch, the factory hitch installed. You can't even unlock it from the back door handles, so that makes it very convenient. Now, this has the sunshade, carbon fiber, two-tone with all of the leather, plenty of storage in that lower section, and then the two-tone works its way to the seats, where at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. Now, there's no storage pockets, which is interesting, but these are heated seats. You have all your climate adjustments, some auxiliaries, and I have around 2 or 3 inches above my head. So it's very spacious for these back seats. Now, right in the middle, there's the armrest along with cup holders. You can even fold down this middle seat if you need a little bit better access to the back. And these seats even recline too. So you can put them back a little bit just to make it that much more comfortable. And then up front door panel is just like the rear, all the carbon fiber. There's the window adjustments, memory seating controls, and plenty of storage down below. And then these are automatic seats with the one manual adjustment and a very nice sporty bucket style for this vehicle. Now let's start this up where we have the M Sport steering wheel. We have paddle shifters, M1 and M2, all the brushed aluminum. This is heated. Cruise control settings, volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands. And then you can use this button on the top of the turn signal stalk to go through info on that right side. So I will call this BMW's older technology, as a lot of their 24-year models are coming with that large curved screen. We haven't seen it just yet for this X3, but it's still easy, gives you a really nice layout. I know a lot of people do like this design too. But we have the digital gauge cluster, everything else is fixed there. A little bit of storage on this left side with all the headlight adjustments. And then this has a head-up display. Now you can actually change that, push on M mode, and you can go from road to sport, where that will change not only the gauge cluster, but the head-up display will show the entire tach as well. So depending on the driving that you're doing and the setup that you would like to see, you have those adjustments. Now for the rest of the screen, everything on this left side is fixed. So this is how you can quickly get through all this info. You can even get into a car as well. So you can go into your sport displays. If you're doing some spirited driving, you can monitor all of that. And then this is how you can get into M1 and M2. So these are shortcuts on your steering wheel to set this vehicle up the way that you would like to, from efficient all the way to Sport Plus. So that way you can just push on the button and you are ready to go. Now there's vehicle status, there's settings, you have your owner's manual, you can even get into Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now there's also several additional shortcuts down below, so you can further get through this information, which is very nice. More carbon fiber underneath that. There's even a shortcut to the intelligent safety, so you can set that up as needed. And then another LCD screen for your climates. So you have your temperature, where you'd like the air to go, fan speed in the middle. This does get a set of heated and cooled seats, so you can adjust those. We have some other controls surrounding that. There's power and volume for the radio, all of your presets and tuning, and then wireless charging, auxiliaries, and cup holders, which you can hide away. Now let's put this into reverse, where this has the 360 camera system, so you can monitor around the entire vehicle, of course, to get all of those angles. Drive is to the right. If you do that one more time, you can shift using the shifter or the paddle shifters. Park is located on the back side, and then you can also adjust the transmission, how slow or quickly you would like it to shift. Now there's traction control, as well as a shortcut to the forward-facing camera, parking sensors, and the engine start-stop. There's also a setup button. So you can use this setup button to go through all of this to see how it's currently set up, of course. There's your exhaust note, auto hold, e-brake, and the downhill assist. A little bit of storage with an auxiliary, and then you have plenty of storage in the glove box. There's 3 garage door buttons up top. You have your controls for that sunshade and sunroof as well. And then here's a look at visibility from the driver's seat. You can easily see over both shoulders. And from second gear, here we go. That was actually in the slowest shifts possible. So we'll put it all the way up to the quickest shifts, as we have to downshift to come around this right-hand turn. Very, very crisp in the shifts. There we go. Lightning quick. Whether it shifts yourself or the moment you tap that paddle, you are into the next gear. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the X3 M Competition. You are getting a true M car with this model, and for the cost, it is more expensive than other vehicles of this size, but keep in mind what you get underneath. The engine, the transmission, all of the different settings that you can do with the suspension and everything. For the M version of this car, you're paying for all of that M performance for this SUV. So it's on the smaller side, yes, but if this is all you need and you want that performance, there's really nothing else that can compete with this X3. So it's such a fun SUV to drive. We have the Harman Kardon audio as well. And it's so comfortable and fun. Let's give it another acceleration here. This would make for a great daily driver. It is something that you can just tone it down and drive it like a normal daily, so you don't have to drive it with the performance all of the time. But it's nice if you want that extra performance, it is certainly a great option. Very comfortable from the driver's seat here too. Pretty practical too, with its sizing and the space that is available. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2024 BMW X3 M Competition. Once again, a huge thank you to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. Take a look at their website. That link is down in the description. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.